Hey, Captain David Dillman here with Eric Valentino. I am actually on the point at Eagle Point Fishing Camp. As you can see behind me, we have Todd's Dump, and this is the water level right now at about, what time is it, about 12:30?
Yeah, roughly.
12:30 on Friday, 1 o'clock actually on Friday. So we had an extreme drop in the tide due to a passing northern that we had yesterday. Northwest winds blew about 25, continued through the night.
Speak up real loud, David.
Coincided with the full moon and actually the first day of winter yesterday. So everything was in place for this tide to take a drastic drop.
So basically what David's saying is the tide dropped about 5 feet.
The tide is out probably about 5 feet. If you remember last year, Eric posted a video of him catching fish and getting spooled, and I am standing about where he was casting last year catching those fish. So we are out, the tide's out. As you can look across, you can see Smith Point, a little bit of smoke coming off a field that they're burning. Supposedly back many moons ago in the 1800s, they used to run cattle from Smith Point over to Eagle Point. And as you can tell, it's all shell reef, so conceivably it could have happened easily. You can look, Eric showing the shell on the ground, which it runs towards Todd's Dump, and then there's shell reefs all the way across the bay to Smith Point.
Talk to him about, we were talking about how hard and how packed this bottom is.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's solid rock, y'all. It's not like I got down here and had to run through mud to get anywhere. I mean, it's packed shell, solid shell. So this is what happens when the wind blows. Is it extreme to where, oh my gosh, we've never seen this before? No. It happens about every about once every 2-3 years.
Yeah.
It just, everything came together at the perfect time, and this is what can happen. This is what we talk about when the water gets blown out of the bay, and here it is, and it is blown out.
Yeah, I've got some pictures of David from the balcony up there, and I'll post them in a few minutes, and then you can get a better idea of how far David is out here.
Yeah.
I'd say he's about, I mean, it's nothing crazy, about 30 yards.
30-40 yards.
Yeah.
So nothing crazy, but it is pretty crazy if you go back and look at some of the videos from this summer of Eric getting spooled casting right here. So folks, will the tide come back for tomorrow? Man, the wind's got to do something drastic. It really has to make a big turnaround tonight to get any water back. If you are fishing tomorrow, I would definitely check the ramps that you're using, because the tide turns around and goes back out. And tomorrow would be one of those days to where, yeah, man, you come down and you got a little bit of water and you can launch. Real good possibility that if that tide falls like it did, you may not be able to get back at the ramp you used.
Yeah, and then when you're leaving Eagle Point and you're running the vessel between Eagle Point and Todd's Dump, it's going to be real difficult, but I'm going to try, guys, to show you. There's the piling that is right off of Eagle Point, and a lot of people ask, when I come around the point and I'm going towards Moses Lake, April Fool Point, Dollar Reef, I'm going to fish the shoreline between Eagle Point and April Fool Point. They want to know how safe is it to come around the point and how far out they should go. Well, you can see, as we tell y'all when somebody asks, between Eagle Point and that piling, that marker there is plenty of water, and you can see there is a relatively deep gut between here and that piling. And you can see we're, as we're telling you, we hate to be repetitive, but we want to help you. We're on shell. We're standing 30 yards from the shoreline, but from here to that piling is good water. Now, when you go down this shoreline, you know how we talk about there is shell down this shoreline, which they call April Fool Reef, running from Eagle Point to April Fool Point. This is what we're talking about when you're fishing. You hope you're on some nice shell. And we find it interesting that we can come out here and get on some shell.
We're on it today.
It's nice to know there's some shell out here. Now, this is not considered a great oyster reef or anything like that, but this is just good hard bottom. You know, this is not anything you would cultivate for oysters or anything like that. You can't even do it. You couldn't even do it legally. But there is good hard bottom here.
But if you can look through the water and you can see actually how clear that water is, the reason why it's clear is because it's hard shell all the way out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Show them how clear that water is right there.
Oh, yeah.
Despite all the wind, look how clear that water's coming.
Yeah. Okay. We hope you enjoy the video. We've been tinkering around, picking up stuff in the marina, debris and stuff. Just trying to help out, you know, any of the boaters. We don't want you to hit anything.
I say the marina's clean.
Oh yeah.
We cleaned out, you know, some debris, and now we just got to wait on the water to come back in. And look, y'all, we hope y'all have a Merry Christmas, of course. And that's it. I guess we're out for the day, or for right now.
Yes, we are. Oh, did you have any big shells? So, like that's an old.
Nah, this is an old
oyster shell.
Oyster shell, but big oysters.
Yeah, there's some
big oysters in here.
There's some big old oyster shells.
Yep.
Okay, over and out, folks.
All right, thanks, y'all.